Hello, hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Life Makes Sense. My name's Sam, so if you're new here, welcome. And I just wanted to do a quick intro video just introducing you all to Scentsy and explaining all about our wax and warmers. So just in case you have never heard of Scentsy before, you have no idea, I am doing this video as an absolute beginner's guide and introduction and where on earth to start because there are so many options. So first off, I only heard of Scentsy myself about 6 months ago. It is crazy to think that now. And one of my friends had joined Scentsy probably a year before, and I'd kind of been watching her and thought, yeah, they look really nice, but I can buy wax and candles kind of down the shop and I don't get it. And then I tried one and now I'm hooked, and I'm here to explain to you what all the difference is and why it is totally different to anything else that you can get. So bear with me. If you are new, like I said, Scentsy is a fragrance company essentially. So their main kind of core of the business is wax and warmers, though they do a massive range of body and home and laundry and cleaning and all sorts of other fragrance products as well. But I recommend you start with the wax and warmers because I promise you won't be disappointed. They are just stunning. They're amazing. Scentsy fragrances are like nothing that I have smelt before, and it's really difficult for me to get that across to you on Facebook or YouTube or wherever most of my customers are. It's really difficult, so you just have to trust me or get in touch and I'll send you some samples. How about that? So if you are kind of thinking about dipping your toe in the water, don't understand what's what, here's a kind of quick guide. So these are our wax melts. Now, I'm sure you've seen wax melts, wax burners, oil burners, things like that on the market. You might even own a few. I know I did prior to Scentsy. The difference is with Scentsy that they don't heat. We don't burn anything. So we just have warmers. Everything is just warm, nothing is burning. There's no flames in any of our products. Everything is electric. And I know a lot of people said, well, I can get electric burners. You can, and they burn, and they can burn you, and they can burn your children and your pets and everything else, whereas Scentsy is completely safe. It is the only product on the market that can say that it does not warm the wax to a temperature that can burn you. So that is why I switched to Scentsy. It's so simple. If you don't know me, I've got a toddler. She's just turned 2 and 2 dogs running around the house. And I'm a total klutz. Like, I knock these things over, I bump into them. I just do. And candles, I don't leave them on because I'll go to bed and forget about them. I'll go out and forget about them. I'll knock them over. The toddler will bump into them. I had so many candles and wax burners and things in the house that I just never used. I never switched them on because it wasn't safe to do that. So now I can leave these on all the time, 24 hours a day, don't have to worry about it. I can go out, I can let her run around, I can let the dogs run around. My daughter even joins in, changes the wax, gets involved, she loves it. She's adamant that they all smell of cake, everything smells of cake, but she loves it, and that's why I switched to Scentsy. Everything else went in the bin kind of 5 minutes after switching my first Scentsy warmer on. So definitely give it a go. If you have got, like I said, if you've got a busy household or just like me, you just want something safe and easy, definitely give it a go. These are our wax bars, and like I said, they just warm. So because the wax isn't being burnt, it's not being put over a naked flame, they actually melt at a much lower temperature. So they release a lot more fragrance. There's so much fragrance oil packed into these. They're quite deep as well. They're a lot deeper and a lot bigger than the ones you tend to get at the supermarket. They last longer and the fragrance is stronger, I can promise you. If you don't believe me, like I said, drop me a message and I'll send you some samples. But it's because it's not burning, so nothing's being released into the air, you're not breathing this in. Our wax actually won't ever evaporate either. So I get a lot of people kind of waiting for the wax to disappear before they change it. It won't. So all that happens is that the fragrance is released, that's all you're breathing in. There's no soot, there's no toxins, there's no chemicals, nothing at all to worry about. So I have asthma. Never had a problem with these like I do with candles, with it kind of gets a bit smoky. And it just lasts for ages. It absolutely fills the room and lasts for ages. They're really strong and they're gorgeous. And as soon as the wax gets to where you can't really smell it anymore, that's when you know it needs changing. So you have to take the wax out and put new wax in. It is so simple. I will demo it for you in a minute because it's the easiest thing. So you don't have to be like chipping away at it with a knife or anything else like you might have done with some of your other ones. So I'll demo that at the end. But like I said, these are our wax bars. Really deep, really awesome. You can bundle and save these as well. So if you buy 3, you get a discount, or if you buy 5, you actually get 1 free. So you can bundle and save. And there are around 80 to 90 different fragrances in the catalogue. On top of the catalogue fragrances, every month Scentsy release a scent of the month, which is just for that month as a special. This is this month's November's Jeweled Pomegranate, amazing. And then also they'll come out with limited collections as well. So for example, at the moment we've just got some Christmas collections, and some kind of specials as well. So you're guaranteed to find a scent that you love, I promise. There's so many to choose from. And then for the warmers themselves, like I said, this is where it's so different to anything else. You can get burners pretty much anywhere. You can get wax burners pretty much anywhere. There is only Scentsy that warm the wax, and it warms it to about 56 degrees, so it's completely safe. You're not going to burn yourself. I will show it you, don't worry. So if you are thinking, okay, I want to give this a go, where do I start? What do I do? My suggestion would be to start with a mini warmer. So for warmers, we do 3 different types. Simple as that. We've talked about the wax, we've talked about the safety. Now you want one, where do we go? 3 different types of warmers, that's all there is. There's loads of different styles, loads of different designs, but there are only kind of 3 types really. So the first type is our mini warmer. I've just grabbed some from around my house to show you. So this is the mini warmer out of my kitchen. So it's got the wax still in the top, but it's dried, it's hard now. So this is our Be Happy mini warmer. Now our mini warmers are exactly as they say on the tin. They're mini, so they're better for smaller spaces, or like you just see over there under the cupboard. This is where this one lives, just in the plug socket under the cupboards there. And they're still really, really strong. But if you've got a really big room, I'd go for a full warmer. But these minis are absolutely gorgeous. And our mini warmers with the plug are £24. Like, you really can't go wrong. This is ceramic. All of our warmers as well come with a lifetime guarantee, so you really can't go wrong. And I've got a plug here just to demo it for you. So a little extension lead, very classy, isn't it? Oh, actually, forgot to say, they've all got a little button on the top there. You see that? So if you've got weird plugs in your house that are sideways, up to down, upside down, back to front, you can turn the plug. You see? So that's really cool. I've not seen any others you can do that with, so that's brilliant. So I turn that round, put it into my little stand here. There we go. And it's got a little on-off button on the front there. So this one has got little holes in the back. You see those? So the light shines through there. So when you've got it in a plug against the wall, it just has little like spotlights shining on the wall, and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is our little Be Happy warmer, one of our minis. And like I said, you can get loads of different styles. So that is the Be Happy mini. Like I said, that's for my kitchen. I also have in the kitchen our gold glitter mini. Now, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Both mini warmers, so you can see just little shades on a plug, but just loads and loads and loads of different styles. Again, that is £24, like, and with a lifetime guarantee, and it's glass. It's beautiful. So this one's a ceramic one, this is a glass one. Does the same job, and you just put the wax in the top and it melts it. So inside all of the mini warmers is a little light bulb which heats to, like I said, 56 degrees, melts your wax. Absolutely gorgeous. So let me just turn the plug round on this one because my what's it called, extension lead's got funny plugs on it. So I'll plug this one in. Because there are different designs as well, it kind of depends, obviously, what your room looks like, what style's going to match, but also how bright you want it. You saw the Be Happy just shone little lights out the back one. Out of the back, this is a lot brighter. So this, the whole thing glows. If you can pick it up very easy. It's so beautiful. It's so bright that it's actually really hard to pick it up on the camera, but it's just stunning. It just glows, and the whole wall and the room just is beautiful. And of course it smells amazing too. So the mini warmers, there's tons and tons of different styles. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. They make gorgeous gifts as well. But like I said, they're the perfect place to start. If you're wanting to try Scentsy and you don't know, not really sure about the big ones and what's what, get yourself a mini warmer. So like I said, £24 with the plug-in, or you can get them on a tabletop base. So the same mini warmers, you can just, instead of getting a plug, you can just pay another £12 and get a little base like this, which goes on a long lead and plugs in. And has an on-off switch on the back there. So let me plug that one in for you. This is our etched core mini warmer. There you go. That's, again, it's really bright. I'll turn it off, but it's another ceramic one, etched, and it has got the little lights like the Be Happy, but the whole thing glows as well. So again, just depends what style you like, and you can have this on a plug. So you can choose any of the mini shades, any of the top bits, absolutely any of them. And if you choose to have it on a wall plug, then they're £24. If you choose to have it with the little extra base that plugs in, then they're £36. But there's so many to choose from, and they are just brilliant. Like I said, just throw your wax in the top, flick them on, and they're gorgeous and perfect for gifts. So that's our mini warmers. I know, sorry guys, I'm keeping you, aren't I? We'll get through. There's just so much. I could talk about Scentsy all day. There are so many amazing products. I could just show you them all. So that's our mini warmers, type 1. type 2 is our larger warmers, basically. Simple as that. So these two have been on all day. You don't actually have to switch them off because it is just a light bulb. It's the same as this, you can see the melted wax in the top. It's the same as going out and leaving a light on. So if you go to bed and leave a light on, all right, it might be a bit annoying, but there's no fire risk, there's no hazard. It's very, very different than going to bed and leaving a candle burning. So you can leave these on. A lot of people have them on timers and they'll set them to come on like an hour before they're home from work. So they walk in and the house smells amazing. I just leave mine on all the time. It's just awesome. Now this is actually the first ever warmer that I got, and there is a review of this on the channel as well. This is the Alabaster warmer. It's a ceramic warmer with little holes in it, and it's a full size warmer. So to give you a comparison in terms of size from the minis to the large ones, there's quite a big difference. So you can see if you've got a large room, this has got a larger surface area, so it releases more fragrance. So it might be better to get a big one if you've got a really large room. But they are just beautiful. They all come on a cable that plugs in, and I'll take the dish out. They're all just run on a light bulb. So like I said, it is literally like leaving a light on. So obviously the bulb gets hot, like leaving a lamp on. But in terms of safety, if you've got a child running around who spills this on themselves, you can see it is pure liquid. I promise you it has been on since 7 o'clock this morning and it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. So if a child ran into that, I don't know if you can see it very well, it's blue, and tipped it on themselves, it doesn't burn. The wax doesn't get hot enough to burn you. It dries instantly when you touch it, you can see it there, and you can just peel it back off and put it back in. So there's no hazard there, even if, believe me, I've tipped this on myself plenty of times. I've gone to like move the table and nudged it or something. It's just completely safe. So you can see it is totally melted, it's complete liquid, and it is not burning me. So that is the main reason that I picked Scentsy. Like I said, I've got a 2-year-old and she has stuck a hand in it. Now, just imagine if that was an oil burner, that she'd gone and stuck a hand in the melted oil. They get to, I know candles can get up to 1,000 degrees. I would imagine an oil burner gets even hotter, melted oil. It's not even worth thinking about what would happen if a toddler stuck their fingers in that. Whereas this, I mean, she jumped and she cried because she didn't realise it was going to be warm. It is warm, and that was it. I peeled it off her hand, put it back in, and she ran off playing. It doesn't even leave a red mark. Look, there's just nothing. My fingers look red, they're not. Look, they're all red, and I didn't even stick those in the wax. It's completely safe. It's actually quite nice to peel it off. It's a bit like you peel glue off your fingers as a kid. It's just like that. So totally safe. Like I said, I know a few people whose dogs have knocked it over and ended up at the back of them, and you can just clean it back off. So super easy. I was going to say I'll show you changing it, but I'm just going to show you another one first, and then I'll show you how to change the wax. So yeah, you can just peel it off like PVA glue off your finger and back in, and no injuries, nothing. It's completely fine. So these are our large warmers, and again, just a little on-off switch in the back. And that's it, super simple. And again, there's loads and loads of different styles. So this one is a ceramic one. This is called the Alabaster, beautiful. This was my first one, that's what got me hooked on Scentsy. And this one is my most recent one. This is called the Time to Reflect. Now this is a glass warmer. And you can see it's glass, it's been on all day, and it's not too hot, I can pick it up. So let me flick it off and you can see. It's almost like an antique mirror type finish to it. It's really beautiful, and again, it's exactly the same. It's just a dish of wax in the top, you can see how melted that is, and a light bulb. So it's exactly the same as leaving a lamp on. I use this one as a lamp actually. I have it next to the telly and use it a bit of a night light, a bit of a lamp. It's super bright, it's gorgeous. But again, you can choose ones that are really bright or ones that aren't, depending on the style, depending what you want, whether you want it to be a lamp or not. And again, the wax is completely safe. Been on all day, totally melted as you can see, and just isn't going to burn me. It's completely fine. See it run down and it just dries, and that's it. It dries as soon as you touch it and it's completely fine. So I'm going to show you how to change it in that one actually, because it's a clear dish so you can see it a little better. So if you need to change your wax, you can do it 2 different ways really. If it's melted like this, because it isn't too hot, it's not dangerous, you can actually change it whilst it's liquid. You can, like you've just seen, you can stick your fingers in it. So you can use cotton wool balls. We also sell cotton cleanup pads, which is essentially a massive cotton wool ball, but it's just got a handle on the top so that you can keep hold of it, keep your fingers out of it, because otherwise it gets a bit sticky on your fingers on a cotton wool. But also it's so big you can actually do 4 or 5 warmers, so I've got so many I just go around and do them all. But you can literally see, if I pop that in, you can see that, done. That's it, ready for a new cube of wax. So then you would just snap off 1 cube, you get 8 in a bar, snap off 1 cube, stick it in the top of there and put it back on. Like, how easy was that? You can't do it easier than that. Or like I said, just cotton wool balls will do exactly the same thing as that, but you can see that I've got loads of that left, so I can go around and do all my other warmers now and clean all those up as well. So it's super fast, super easy. This one's just a different shape. Done. Done. Super easy. Throw another wax cube in, it takes seconds. That's what my toddler loves doing. Dipping this in and then putting new wax in, she absolutely loves it. And another way you can do it, if I can find one, here we go. So this one you can see has got hard wax in, it's already solidified. So if you want to change it now, instead of waiting for it to melt, you can use the edge of one of your packets. Because our wax is quite soft, now if you've done this with other brands, like tried to scrape it out, you're there with a knife for ages because the wax is actually quite hard. Ours is really soft. So if you just run this round the edge, it just like pops out like a full disc, and then you're ready for a new one. A couple of crumbs in there just to scrape out. Ready for a new one, all sorted, super, super easy. And yeah, it's because our wax is so much softer because like I said, it melts at a low temperature. And totally safe. It's made from a food grade paraffin, in case you were wondering as well, so completely safe. So my toddler helps with all of this. So you've seen the mini warmers, you've seen the big warmers. You know how to change your wax, you know all about different scents, you know that you can get a base for your mini warmers. You're a Scentsy expert already. The last one to show you, and I promise it is the last one, is our third style of warmer. So I said we had 3 styles. We've got our minis, we've got our big warmers, we also have element warmers. So this is mine, one of mine. I've got 2 different ones. So same thing again, it's electric, it runs on a wire, so that'll be plugged in, and you've got an on-off switch at the back, but there's no light with these ones. So it runs on, it's got a dish and a little heat plate there, that's it. So your heat plate does get quite warm. I do try and keep the toddler off this one because that does get warm, but again, your wax doesn't, so if she was to knock it over and spill the wax on herself, exactly the same, 56 degrees, not gonna burn, but I don't really want to play with the little hot plate, so just want to keep in mind. But this is our little garden warmer, you can see that there, it's really, really cute. And again, you can just put your wax in there and it just sits on the hot plate and warms, but you've not got any light. So if you've got a spot where you don't want a bright lamp, you could go for an element warmer. And again, this comes in quite a few different designs. But if you do want something a bit brighter, like I said, just go for our full warmers, and you can choose whether you want something that sort of just glows or is really, really bright. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you kind of understand a little bit about Scentsy. I know that was a lot of information. If you've got any questions at all, please just drop me a comment, drop me a message. There's all my social links below, so you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, wherever you want. And yeah, just ask away. I can also send out sample packs if you're in the UK, so you can have a sniff and try and kind of get your head around it all. But basically, it's safer, it's cheaper in the long run. I forgot to mention that one actually. If you buy one of our warmers for £30 and then a wax bar each month, you save yourself hundreds as compared to buying a jar candle each month. So they work out a lot cheaper in the long run. It's more initial investment because you're buying the warmer, but then the wax every month is cheaper than your jar candles. So it works out, it works itself out if you're a candle junkie already. And just the fact that it's safer, just the fact that you can go to the shops and leave it, you can go to bed, you can let your kids run around, your dogs run around, your house can smell unbelievably amazing without you having to worry about it. What else is there to say, really? I mean, come on. And I promise you the scents are ridiculous. They smell so, so good. There's loads of different ones, like I said, so if you like kind of clean linen smells, or vanilla, or fruity, or citrus, or like aftershavey, manly smells, whatever it is that you like, they're guaranteed to have a scent to match. So, like I said, drop me a comment or get in touch if you've got any questions. You can also follow the link below to check out the shop and have a look at all the different styles, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.